Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Ocean Keeper. Well, we are here and we have an objective. We're going to aim for level 20, for wave 20. That is what we're going for. So we're going to see exactly, just give it enough time that we can really try out all of our stuff. We're definitely going to keep the railgun. That thing's working very, very nicely. Very much suits my playstyle. I'm happy with that. I'm also fairly happy with the defenses we have. I think mainly we've been a little bit unlucky as far as our RNG is concerned with some of the artifacts that we have recovered in each of our runs, but otherwise I think we should be fine. And then I do think we'll maintain keeping the laser. It works out very, very nicely. I don't think we can really do much better than that. Although, we may not have mastered it yet as well as we have mastered the other two, but that's again why we're sticking with what we've got. So let's dive on in, and I guess we'll see if today is the final episode. But either way, it's been a very fun ride, and I have enjoyed this quite a lot, and I hope you have too. So either way, let's go ahead and see what these first couple of mines have to show for us. Alright, what do we get? We have not too much. Alright, let's quickly go ahead and get our drone up and running. We'll try and clear up some of this stuff. Again, we know that we want to line up as many resources as possible with this thing. That seems to be the important thing for us. Ooh, and hang on. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, we'll get some more drones up and running. And then hopefully... looks like the laser is just a little bit short there, and that's a very difficult one for us to break. Alright, hang on a second. Let's quickly just mine across to the side, and we'll see what we can uncover. Ooh. Okay, you know what? That's actually going to be rather painful. That is not wonderful, but it is what we've got. We'll go ahead and we'll pick this up. We'll go ahead and drop that off. We'll pick up a few upgrades fairly swiftly. It should be fine. We'll go ahead and drop a turret. We'll go ahead and shield up, and then we can just dive back down. Those automated defenses are more than enough for us. Alright, so let's go ahead and increase the damage. That's definitely required for us. And then let's also see about maybe boosting... what do we go for? Well, we can't really afford much of anything at this point, so I guess we're just going to have to let that be. We'll let our drone do its thing. We'll go ahead and we'll drop one of these charges down here. Actually, you know what? That works out very nicely. We now have access to some of the yellow material, and that is very important for our early game. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and get that drone up and running. We'll pick up this one, and then I think we'll work our way back across. Again, whatever we can find is obviously the best choice for us to work towards. Let's see. Anything else? Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and drop off a few of these. We've only got 20 seconds, and we do need to get more things working for us. Let's see. What have we got? We could go for laser warming, which would be good. 0.2 reduction is very nice. But I also think... what else would be good? Maybe some drone upgrades? Yeah, maybe a speed boost wouldn't be the worst, although... yeah, let's go for a speed boost. We've got a few drones out right now. And then... I'm not sure if we'll go for an explosion radius or maybe one more upgrade here. But we'll see how that goes. We've got a few seconds, so we'll let that be. We'll go ahead and we'll just check out this stuff up near the top, because again... the stuff we have access to is obviously the best thing to aim for, but we will see how it all goes. Oh, alright, and that is everything. Alright, I'm very tempted to stick around, but at the same time too, I think we need to find a new mine if we're going to have a pretty good run of things. In fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and quickly check out the mine that's up here. We're not going to be coming back in this direction, so we may as well check it out. And it does look like that was some good plan right there. Let's go ahead and drop this off. What have we got? Extra mining, an upgrade, or a napalm launcher? Honestly, the napalm launcher, as nice as it is, I think we'll go for the upgrade to our mining ability. And then... Oh, I forgot to go ahead and increase our explosion radius. Oh, that's a pain. Alright. Well, you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll pick this one up, and then let's also go ahead and... Actually, if we can find a yellow, we could get a reload speed upgrade on our bomb. Yeah, I think that could actually be rather beneficial, so we'll try and go for that. Again, never any guarantees. Actually, no, we'll go ahead and we'll drop that one off there. We'll see what we can find over here. Oh yeah, and that looks like a pretty good choice. Let's go ahead and we'll break up all of these for a second. Come on. And then we'll work our way across and see if we can collect all of them. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and get that drone doing that. Alright, we've only got a limited amount of time. We do need to be careful. Let's go ahead and collect these ourselves. And then... what can we do? We've only got 4 seconds left. Okay, we're going to definitely stick around here for a minute. Let's just go ahead and prepare. I think what we should do, though, is make sure we have some good defenses. We haven't improved those yet. Let's go for our turret damage, since that is going to be crucial. And then let's also go for the explosion radius. And right now we don't need the reload speed. We'll get that as we've got the wave to count. Let's go for reload. Yeah, reload time. I think that's going to be what's best. We'll go ahead and pick that up. Alright, so turrets are down. We'll go ahead and put some shots down range. See what we can find. We'll shield up if necessary, just to try and keep working on the other things, but I think that should be fine. Alright, let's go ahead and dive back down again. Yeah, let's get that going. Let's get this mining. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. In fact, you know, let's go ahead and do that again. We'll clear out all of this. That does definitely look like what we want. We'll break that up, and then let's work our way down through all of these yellow bricks if possible. What do we need? We need... a few more of a few things. Alright, well that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. That's not quite what I wanted to do, but it will have to suffice. Go ahead and drill through all of these, and then at this point I think we'll go ahead and break up all of those, and then we'll make our way back up. Although, oh my goodness, there's so much good stuff here. If only we could collect it all, which we're definitely not going to be able to do. Alright, alright, we'll just take what we can. I think we go ahead and we maintain our mining here. Yeah, I think we stick around for just that little bit longer. Could go for more power. We could go for better laser duration. That said, though, I do think we need to make sure that we're keeping everything working well. We could go for the ammo stack cooldown, which would be good. That'll make our defenses much, much stronger. And then I think what we do is we'll go for... yeah, let's go for explosion damage. And then maybe we go for another drone upgrade. Something like carry capacity. Actually, you know what? The speed boost could be more beneficial, but we'll stick with this for now. Yeah, alright, let's prepare for the next run. Go ahead and drop that turret down here. Again, we've got a pretty decent spot for us to defend. We'll put up that shield, make sure that we can put some good damage on all of those bigger enemies of ours. We'll move back a little bit, just buy us a little bit of extra room. Yeah, come on. Oh, come on now. It's not the worst. We're just slightly out of position, but again, fairly well off. Alright, drones, please and thank you. Do we try and blow up all of this? Actually, you know what? No, that does not work. Let's go ahead and, yeah, we'll go ahead and detonate that down here. We'll try and clear up a better path back to the base there. That should be fairly easy to manage. Come on now. Let's just see what we can do. And then this should be a pretty straightforward excavation plan. Yeah, let's get that drone up and running. We'll break this down. Whoops, that wasn't quite what I had intended, but that'll have to do. Alright, we just need to get all of this material out of here and we'll be all good. Alright, that should be fine. And then, you know what, this brick we'll take ourselves. And then we'll make sure that we can clear out this bottom section as comfortably as possible. Again, we do not want to be leaving anything behind if avoidable. Alright, we've only got 10 seconds. Let's make sure that we keep on moving. Actually, you know what? That will have to be good enough. Alright, well, we're out of here now. That should be fine. We're at wave 5. We should be able to get our way out of here in a second. Let's just quickly go ahead and upgrade a few things. So, first things first, let's go for some damage. I think that's going to help us get out of this pickle a little bit sooner. Oh, we have the laser cannon. Of course, I completely forgot we even had that. Decisions. Maybe I don't want to invest in other things right now. No, we'll see how we get through this so far. We can always pick one up midway through if necessary. Let's go for our laser. Let's go ahead and deal with that. We've already been to this mine, so we can leave that be. And then I think we found our... Oops. I found our next one. We'll go ahead and we'll work our way back over here. Yeah. Oh. Excellent. Okay. We still maintained our shield. That is handy. Let's go ahead and get our drones up and running. Let's also go ahead and increase our explosion damage and radius. And then drones will probably be the next thing that we focus on. But we will see how that all goes. Alright, what can we find? We probably need a few more drone upgrades if possible. I think we'll break all of those just because it's ease of access there for our drones. We'll see if we can uncover anything there. Yeah, actually that's working out rather nicely. Let's go ahead and do that again. Come on now. And then let's focus in on the drones. Let's go with... let's get reload speed and speed boost. I think that should be fine. And then... yeah, it looks like we've got a few more upgrades for us. We'll go ahead and we'll work on those. We'll see if we can break a path back up. And then let's search the higher areas if possible. Yeah, looks like we're definitely keeping up with our drones right now, so we'll let that be. Let's go ahead and we'll cut down through there. And then let's make sure that they have a nice little loop-de-loop. Actually, you know what? Let's also go... well, we've got 3 more seconds. Let's go ahead and we'll see if we can send that further down. And then we need to get on out of here. Okay, so... again, let's make sure we get some weapon upgrades. We definitely will need a couple. Let's focus in on our main gun right now. We'll kick up the damage there, and then let's also go ahead and boost... well, you know what? As much as I do like the drones and stuff, I think what we should focus on is maybe... oh wait, no, that's the laser cannon. I think maybe we focus on a little bit of the recharge interval. Yeah, that might be a little bit handier. Speeding this up so we can get more shots on target a little bit more quickly. 5 more seconds of turret would be nice, but I think having our cannon doing some more work wouldn't be bad. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. Going to make sure that we've got a good amount of defense. Oop, let's go ahead and get some of those ranged enemies out of here. Again, you got to make sure that we're dealing with things before they can cause us too much trouble. But again, between our laser and our turret, we're doing pretty good. Yeah. Alright, in fact, we've already mostly cleared out this place, so that is... well, I guess it's a good thing, but it's also not necessarily the best. Alright, we'll see what we can do here. We'll send a shot either side just to make sure that we have cleared out section. Oh, that's again a dead end. Yeah, I think... Alright, if that's the case, let's go ahead and break down all three at once. That'll be good. And then we'll definitely need that. And then, oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and we'll drop this down here. See if we can clear out a whole bunch of that. Yeah, our drones should do a pretty good job now, clearing up all of that. That'll be very nice. Oh, and it looks like even more. Yeah, that's actually quite wonderful for us to see in the area. Alright, let's go. And what other upgrades can we afford? Let's focus on... Let's get the... Let's go for... Speed boost. I think that'll... Oh, that's all we can afford right now? Okay. We'll take all of those. We'll get the drones. Yeah, alright. I think it's definitely time for us to make our way out of here. There is not much for us to see, and I don't think that there's going to be any, what do we call them? Relics here. It looks like there's nothing left in this mine. Alright, we'll also need to go ahead and get ourselves a bit of a movement upgrade. That's going to be necessary. So, yeah, we will keep that in mind. Come on, let's try and get rid of these ranged enemies before they start causing us too much trouble. Oh, it looks like we're not getting the most value out of our turret there. Alright, hang on a second. What are we going to do? Okay, we could go... You know what? I think we hold out for a second. If we can get some better power for our mining, that could be better. We'll keep you at a distance. We don't really need to worry about that mine up there. Yeah, divide and conquer. I think that should be the best way forwards. Alright. Alright, and of course, as I said, let's go for the upgrade for our mining ability. We'll go ahead and we'll get that drone up and running. We'll pop this one down there. Let's see what that can come up with. And then, as always, we'll see what we can find closest to the entrance. After all, we don't really want to be wasting our time too much if we can avoid it. Alright, but that power upgrade's certainly helping us out there. That'll do. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we might even be able to find a path through, which would be nice. Oh, and you know what? I think we can. If we go this way, yeah, we can bust up a couple all at once. Alright, that'll have to do. Let's see. We'll clear out what's up top. Oh, we have plenty to spend. We should really boost this up. Let's boost up the penetration of the laser. That should be fine. Yeah, that's actually remarkably helpful. And then we'll see what else we can get before we run out of time. Yeah, there is more stuff around. Whether we can get to it all, that is the real question. Alright, come on. Let's just see what we can find. Alright, we'll set out a drone. We'll go ahead and we'll pick up the artifact at the exit. We do need a speed upgrade, so we will go ahead and pick that up. But what do we get? Oh, extra damage. Also a turret damage increase, both of which are particularly nice. Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? As much as I like having an extra weapon, I think we'll focus on the power upgrade. We'll take that for now. We will also go ahead and we will now invest in our railgun. Reload speed, that would be useful. This way we could, although this would give us access to greater damage. Our laser cannon, we could increase that output by 50%. That's not bad. You know what, if we can get, you know what, maybe we go for the laser cannon. Yeah, I think this might actually be the right choice, so we'll take that for now, And then, yeah, we'll just have to we'll have to see. But I think that should be good. Let's go ahead and shield up. Let's get rid of some of these long-range enemies. We'll see what we can come up with. Ooh, actually, you know what? That's a very unfortunate spot for waves to spawn. Hang on. I was trying to clear out a path, but that is not working to plan. Oh dear, that could be dangerous. We do have a turret, so we'll get that up and running. We're going to have to kite for a little bit. We'll keep them at bay. That turret does seem to be doing a pretty good job. Oh, and it seems to have done good enough, so that will be fine. Alright, drone, please go and do your thing. Yeah, we really need to find some more materials. I think maybe we need to move on. Yeah, I feel like that is one of our problems, is that we're not necessarily moving on fast enough. But this should, yeah, this will be the last time we stick here, I think. Everything else we will just have to leave and make do with the next one. Alright, that should be fine. We'll go ahead and we'll take those to save our drones. I guess we'll check out the left-hand side just in case, but again... Oh no, I guess it's not as bad as I thought. That's certainly not good. It doesn't loop around. That's very unfortunate. Can we cut a path through here? Yes. Okay, well that's at least going to speed up things for our drones. That's going to be very, very crucial. We should be able to do all of this and break through that. And it does look like we have come across some kind of shenanigans with our drones. Why? I'm not entirely sure. Alright, and of course, speed upgrade. How could I have forgotten? We desperately needed that. 4 more seconds left. Yeah, that is it. Alright, well, never mind then. I guess that'll have to do. Let's go ahead and get on out of here because we are definitely not defending where we were. Turrets, no. Let's see. Railgun's working out alright. Laser cannon we could. 10 seconds. I'm not sure if that's really enough. Shields, turrets. Yeah, we're just a little bit short on a few things. We can't really do too much. We can go for the max reload. But again, right now we're not really getting far enough through everything. Let's just focus in on our mining upgrades. Yeah, we'll just have to make do. Alright, so we gotta head down south at some point. We'll go for a laser and see if that can blitz through some of our enemies. I think we might try and end up right where we are. Oh, let's shield on up. Yeah. Doing a pretty good job of clearing things. But again, there's always a little bit more room left to be desired. Try and kite them that way. Come on. I really do dislike a lot of these ranged enemies, but there's not much we can do about it. Alright, at least we're now on the one that's furthest away from everything. Let's go ahead and... Yep, I guess that's for free. Let's go ahead and move on. Free resources are at least free resources, so, you know, it's certainly not the worst. We'll check out over here, and then I think we continue south afterwards. But we'll see what we can come up with. Alright, let's go ahead and drop down one of those. That should be fine. We'll clear out anything in these directions. Again, just trying to see what we can see. We've got a huge amount of boring ability, which is just fantastic. We'll clear up all of those. We'll get our drones up and running. We'll see if there's anything else on this side. You never know, there could be another artifact. That would be the dream. Alright, let's see, what can we do? Let's go for... Oh, we've already maxed that out already, okay. 28 seconds. on our bomb. Do we go for that, or do we go for maybe laser warming or something? Could go for more explosion and power. I think that's not a bad plan, although radius would be really good. Yeah, you know, let's go for the explosion radius for now. Oh, and we can even go and max that out, and that's normally one of the harder ones of the upgrades for us to get. So we'll take that, and then... Alright, come on. Anything else? We'll leave all of this. Let's just quickly go ahead and make our way down here. We'll see what we can find. Let's go ahead. More drones. We'll mine our way up through all of this. Oh, and we need to get out of here. Whoopsie daisies. Oh, we're already up to the big bad boss. Alright then. Well, let's quickly go ahead and see about some upgrades. Some mining stuff would be good, but again, right now I think we focus on damage. What do we go for? Go for a rate of fire, maybe. Duration wouldn't be bad. And let's see, we can't do anything for our turret. Can't do too much. Okay, we seem to be fairly stuck right now. Alright, well then, I think at this stage, let's just focus on the reload speed. That would help us get more shots on target. We'll then also focus on... Could go for the laser cannon reload speed. That wouldn't be bad. We'll be fighting for more than 45 seconds. Yeah, you know what? That'll do. Go ahead and we'll take that. Let's get a turret up and running. Let's use our laser. We know it's going to be necessary, so we'll focus on that while we can. Yeah, we'll just play Ring Around the Rosie for a little bit. Make sure that that turret does a lot of good work for us. Ooh, that was a collision and a half. That does not make me feel too good. Let's get that turret up and running again, please. Yeah, we're kind of struggling to get out of the way. We are not as fast as I would appreciate, but it does look like that shipwreck has come in handy. Oh, alright. Avoid all of that. Let's get our laser up and running. Let's get our turret going. We'll shield on up because we are not able to avoid that, that's for certain. Come on, we've almost got it down to half health. Well, sorry, below half health. Yeah, come on now. Not our best work against this thing. We've definitely had stronger runs, but we just haven't found the artifacts to give us good extra weapons. Yeah, sometimes that is one thing I do dislike, but, you know, you can't do much about that. It's just the nature of said games, is that at the end of the day, you can't always change the RNG of what you get access to. It just is what it is. Let's go ahead and shield on up. Let's get another turret. That did protect us, so that was a good shield there. Come on now. Let's get this thing over and done with. We're almost done. If we're lucky, we'll get another weapon. That would be particularly nice, but again, we'll see how it all goes. Alright, let's get moving. Let's see what we can see. Reload speed for our bomb. You know what? I'm not entirely sad with that. I'll take what we can get. Alright, let's go ahead and... No, we'll just drop that down there. That may have been a bad position, but you know what? That'll work. We have got ourselves a brand new artifact. Hopefully that's what we're after. Alright, we'll break down all of these. We'll see if there's anything else. Let's get more drones up and running. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. We'll go ahead and we'll pick up one or two of them just in case we want them. Let's get more drones. In fact, you know what? Let's focus on them. Let's go for the carry capacity. I think that'll be handy. In fact, you know what? We're just even going to go ahead and drop this off. Alright, what have we got? Auto machine gun, damage increase, or jamming missile launcher. We need an extra weapon, that is for certain. We do not have the DPS that we do desire, which is sad. because that can be very nice to have. Alright, and I think that's going to be almost everything in this entire mine for us to leave behind. So... yeah, that'll go ahead and we'll pick up all of those. We might pick up these. And then we can just get on out of here. In fact, you know what? We'll even drop one of them, let them deal with that. And you know what? Just because it's a bit of a waste of time otherwise, we'll go ahead and we will let that drone take 2 of those for us. Alright, works out perfectly. Let's see what we can do. Alright, railgun. Again, we could go for the upgrade. We do need more damage. That said, though, anticipation time leaves us to reload. Turret, we can't upgrade that. We're just short there as well. Alright, but we could go for a few auto machine guns. Let's see. Barrel extension to get us some extra range, which wouldn't be bad. So that would be 12 and 2. I don't know. I think we'll go for the railgun right now. Let's increase the caliber upgrade. That way we can at least go for greater damage further down the line. And then, if there's anything else worth collecting, we'll see about that. But again, I am doubtful about this. Also, too, these are another 2 10-second cut down on time. So that brings us down to what? From 45 down to 35 and then 25 subsequently. That could be very, very good. Multiple turrets doesn't help us right now. Drones. Oh, we can go for a drone upgrade. Alright then, we go for the drone upgrade. Alright, let's go ahead and see how this fight goes. Let's go ahead and get that turret up and running. We'll probably head over here next. We'll see what we can do about all of these guys. Let's get that laser burning through. Oh, let's shield on up and keep some of those melee units taken care of. And then we've only got a couple left, it seems. Yeah, okay, you know what? That was not a bad showing right there. Alright, let's see what we can do. We'll go ahead and we'll drop this down here. That'll clear up nicely. Alright, and then... what else? I guess we'll mine our way through there for a second. And then... well, actually, you know what? Maybe... maybe after this we go ahead and check out that other side there. That might end up being the better thing for us. Yeah. I do think that might be the case. But I don't want to get stuck without that there, which I do not seem to have a choice with. So we're going to have to let that be for now. Come on now, let's just quickly break that down so we do not have our drones having a hissy fit. Let's go ahead and drop that explosive there. We'll try and mine our way back up and out so we don't have too much to worry about. We'll get those drones running. We've got 20 seconds left. We definitely need some good collection if we're going to make this work. Can we go ahead and get our way out of here nice and safely? It does appear to be the case. Alright, so we are good. Alright then, and you know what? That's actually a very sizable collection there. So let's go ahead and boost up our railgun's damage. Definitely not going to fall behind there now. Can cut down on our anticipation time, which would be good. We could also go for a damage increase to our turret. And that's actually almost double, so I think we should do this. We do use that turret a lot. Yeah, some of these are nice, but just not as amazing. Yeah, alright, and then we'll just see about these other ones. We need another 3, so we're a little bit short there. Otherwise, yeah. Oh, and we can go for an upgrade here. Let's go for the damage for our auto machine gun. Make sure that we have some better defenses. Alright, so let's use our laser. I think we're more or less done with this location. We'll head up to the one on the screen on the north side. That should be fine. We'll go ahead and we'll shield up. Again, just preserve what we've got. But I'm feeling much more confident now that we've got an extra weapon or so. I'm feeling much, much better about our situation. Alright, let's dive back down and see what we can do. That should be fine. Let's go ahead and we'll let that down as far as it can go. Alright, we're not getting messed around by the RNG of the mine, which is very nice. We've had a couple of unfortunate incidences where, because of the procedural nature of things, we have not necessarily had a good... Well, we haven't actually had a mine at all for us to really go through. We've been blockaded earlier than we would desire. Alright, can we get our way around and through here? It does appear to be the case, so that's at least something. Oh, there we go. That's looking like the bricks that we're after. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll do that. Let's get ready for another explosive. We'll drop that down here. We'll let that clear out, and then we'll focus over there. Again, just double check that there's nothing else that we're missing. Alright, we'll pick up that one. I've only got 17 seconds, but again, I really want to find another artifact if at all possible. So we will do what we can. Yeah, now let's just make our way towards the top. If there is anything we can see, I guess we'll work on it. But again, right now, I think that's pretty decent. Alright, so what do we do? I think we go for... Ooh. Could go for max damage fairly soon. That would be nice. Caliber upgrade as well. Oh, there's some very good decisions here we could take. Laser cannon we could also boost up fairly solidly. Our turret, we can get that ammo stack upgrade for the attack cooldown. That would be very nice. And then we could even invest in the final damage increase too. And you know what? I think that's worth it. Let's go ahead and we'll do those. And then anything else that we can afford? Not particularly. Alright, well, you know what? It would have been nice, but it could have been worse. I think that's quite respectable what we just picked up. Let's get that turret up and working for us. We might double back through this mine depending on how much stuff there, but I think we'll go ahead and we will move onwards to the next mine. We can always double back through here as that's sort of a necessity if we're going to clear it all out, which I'm assuming we will. Alright, come on. What are we doing? Let's shield on up. Let's get that other turret up and running. In fact, you know what? We may even want to focus on having multiple turrets soon, since we do have such a damage capacity with that thing. Oh, alright. Well, that is very nice. Let's go ahead and we will clear out whatever we can. Let's see what this is. Electro rifle carry capacity or a sniper rifle. Sniper rifle is definitely what we're taking. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll clear up all of those. We should be pretty good. We should also maybe see about maybe another movement upgrade. That wouldn't be bad. Yeah, more movement would certainly be helpful. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, we'll break down all of those. Okay, that's the jackpot. That's what we're after. And then... Actually, is there an upgrade we can do for our drones left? There is a carry capacity, and I think we might as well max that out. And then as for our bomb, I think we're pretty good on that front as well. But we'll go ahead and we'll drop that down there, followed by another drone. May not be necessary, but yeah, that'll do. And then let's see what we can collect over here. Anything? We've only got a little bit of time left. Yeah, let's just head on up. We do not want to be late. We know how bad that can be when we've done that in the past. Alright, so, how are we doing? Railgun. Let's go ahead and let's see, 13 and 7. We do have enough, except that'll burn through this. Could go ahead and, yeah, we'll decrease our shots and, you know what, our reload as well. Actually, that'll be very nice. And so that means we can more or less spend stuff on other things, like... Oh, I don't know, maybe, no, we're just a little bit short there. Maybe we go for the machine gun? Yeah, although, you know what, maybe we don't. Actually, yeah, let's hold off. I think we've got a pretty good setup from what we've got. We could go ahead and boost up our... Actually, no, we'll go shots per reload. We'll at least make the sniper rifle a little bit more efficient. Otherwise, it can be a bit of a pain, given just how slow its reload speed is. We'll try and keep everything down. We'll let some of the enemies get a little bit closer before we start to use some of our other things if possible. We'll double our way back for that. Let's just use our laser because it looks really cool. We'll set up a turret. Yep, alright. That should be fine. We've got a few more to choose from. But again, we found our relic. That is one of the main things that we want. Alright, let's clear up all of that. Actually, that clears things incredibly nicely. Let's see if we can find anything else of note. No. Not really. Alright, let's clear that line as well. Let's just clear all of that just to be safe. Oops, and then we'll clear both of those. Make sure our path for our drones is pretty solid. Only another 10 more seconds on another explosive. That would be very nice. We'll go ahead and we'll try and work our way into the center. There we go. And then we'll see what we miss. Oops. Again, we'll leave those single resources if at all possible. No point in committing to things that aren't that beneficial. Alright, come on, let's go. And that seems to be about everything. We've got 10 seconds left. I suppose we may as well. We'll go ahead and bust that open. Yeah, and that's the mine completely cleared out. Alright, you know what? I'm not even going to bother waiting for that last one there. It's just not worth it. Alright, let's see what we can do. Cut down our attack time. Go for the caliber upgrade. Let's focus on maybe... Yeah, we can cut down our explosive time. We can max out our bomb there. That'll be very, very good. We can go ahead and put a couple more resources into the sniper rifle, but first we'll just double check with ourselves. Let's go ahead and go for a speed boost there. I think that'll be necessary. And then let's also maybe go ahead and let's get that laser going for a bit longer. That'll be very nice when we deal with the boss fights. We're already at wave 15, which is quite good. We're looking for wave 20. That is our game end goal. Not necessarily need to be, but you know, I think it's a nice arbitrary point of victory. Yeah. Alright, so let's see. What have we got? A little enemy icon there being a little bit funky. Still all good though. Alright, we should invest in another turret upgrade as well. That's probably worth doing so we can get some more damage on the field. It also means we have better control and access of what's going on. That should be fine. Let's go ahead and we'll drop that down there. That is... yeah, not the best mine we've ever seen, but it could certainly be worse. We'll go ahead and we'll clear out all of these. Ooh, okay. Lots of goods. Let's see what we can do. Break up all of those. Break up all of these. Yeah, we'll try and get that all sorted. We do have at least a drone having a hissy fit, which is not appreciated. Why it's got to do that, I do not know. But again, it just is what it is. And then, you know what, we'll leave that one over there. We'll go ahead and try and clear out this side. What for exactly? I'm not sure. In what spot exactly? I do not know. Yeah, alright, that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and we'll pick up all of these. We'll pick up that. I see there's a bit of a dead end there. That is what's causing our drone a little bit of trouble. That's fine. We'll go ahead and we'll collect this here. Actually, you know what? We'll even go ahead and quickly jump back into our drone and dive back down again, because what we can do is pick up those and then still get out of here. We'll have enough. I'm not really too concerned. Oh, and let's go ahead and upgrade those. Sorry, not upgrade, but fire those off. Let's go ahead and get our turret boosted nicely. Let's go for duration, multiple turrets, reload, and... oh, we're just off. Bother. Let's see. Laser cannon, another 10 seconds. There's some good stuff there. Actually, could we go for rotation speed or something like that? Rate of fire, another 2 seconds. You know what? 2 seconds longer is probably better than one of these. Or at least I think it would be. So these do increase the damage. It's a bit of a pickle. What about us? Do we need anything? Not really. Let's see. Sniper rifle. We could go for a few things like a reload thing. Maybe some extra damage. You know, let's go for some extra damage on the sniper rifle, and then let's also go ahead and boost the duration of the laser cannon. I think that'll be fine. Alright, alright, let's make sure we get all of those sorted. Again, avoid those toxic pools down there. That's the mine we're aiming for up on the right, so we will try and make our way there, but avoiding the damage if possible. Alright, just a few more seconds and we should get another turret up and running. There we go, that should do a good job of clearing things out. Yeah, alright, we're doing fine. Alright. Drones, let's go. Let's see what we can do. Oh. And I was hoping to pick up the artifact, which we now have. What have we got? Upgrade for... I'm guessing the sniper rifle, maybe an auto rocket gun. Let's go for an extra auto rocket gun. That sounds fun. We'll take that for now. That should be all good. Got our drones picking up everything we can. Oh, there we have it. Alright, let's clear out all of this. And then all of those. 10 more seconds on another explosive should be good. We'll go ahead and maybe find a nice spot to set that to detonate. We'll bring that up just a little bit higher. That'll have to be fine. Alright, so that should clear that, and then let's zoom off to the other side. Yeah, we should be able to find everything that we need here. Yeah, alright, and then I don't think we'll have any dead ends either, which is particularly good. Yeah, we've only got 23 seconds, but again, we should be able to break through all of this quite easily. Again, just one shot more or less for most of these. And if any of them don't go, you can then get them on the other angle. So that would be splendid. Alright. We'll go ahead and we'll take those. Looks like the drone is already pretty close to catching us. Alright, there we go. That'll be good enough. Alright, shield on up. Let's get a turret going. Let's go with the laser thingy. Let's try and get our way out of here before we get trapped by some of those electro fishies. Alright. Well, let's see what we can do. We've got 36, 34, and 12. Oh, whoops, that was a railgun upgrade that I saw there earlier for the penetration. That's a bit of a pity. Alright, well, either way, you know what? We'll pick it up. We'll max that out. We can go ahead and increase our anticipation time, but do twice the damage. I think that's honestly a very difficult no. So we'll, we'll say yes. Shield-wise, we could keep that going. Turrets, again, we're just a little bit short. Let's see, sniper rifle, or is there anything we want? Maybe we go for the mech and we boost up maybe a bit of its speed. That wouldn't be bad. And then maybe we increase the rotation speed? No, maybe we... there we go. We'll decrease our laser cannon time. That should be good. Yeah, that should be very, very good. Alright, so I guess this is our next mine that we're going to go ahead and take a bit of a chill and fight at. Yeah, and there we go. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alrighty-o. Let's drop that down there. That clears out a huge amount. We'll see if... I don't know, we'll go every second one or so, just making sure that we don't accidentally miss out on a... one of the, what do we call them, artifacts. That would be a bit of a shame if that were to be the case. But I think we should be fairly good. Yeah, we're doing more than we need, I think. Yeah, we'll clear up all of that. Let's go ahead and we'll drop that down there. We'll get more drones up and running. We'll clear out the top section here if we can. Just so, again, we have a nice and easy path for our drones. We'll zap that as well. And then I guess we'll just double check that we have cleared out what we can. Again, don't want to miss anything unnecessarily. And then, come on, what have we got here? Those two, that's all clear. Alright then, well I guess we're all good. Yeah, we are doing splendid. Alright. Let's go ahead and see what other upgrades we can go for. Alright, so what have we got? We can go ahead and cut down the anticipation time if we want. Laser warming. Again, I'm not sure if it's really needed to be upgraded. I think we almost want to focus on one side rather than the other. Yeah, I find that we're being more efficient with this, whereas this one does increase the amount of time that it fires. I feel like it's almost a different playstyle version of the same weapon. Do you go for damage and penetration and just blitz through big rocks with big heavy hits? Or do you have quick, shorter bursts of the laser, and that's where the duration then comes into play? So I feel like we've made a pretty good choice the way that we have, and then obviously taking the nice benefit on the other side for whether it's the extra damage or anticipation time. But anyway, that's enough about that. Let's go 13 and 7. That's a possibility. Laser cannon, we could do some more. Shield, we could keep that up a little bit longer. Yeah, let's go ahead and reload time there. Let's go for another 2 seconds as well. Turret-wise, let's boost that up by a bit, and so now we can have multiple turrets. And then, yeah, that's everything. We cannot afford anything else right now, so that'll have to be fine. Let's go ahead and make our way to the next little spot. Let's get that laser cannon while we've got these little tentacle things bouncing around. Yeah, do not appreciate their existence. We'll also try and keep a little bit of pressure on that right-hand side so we can get there. Again, we do not want to get cut off from our wave objective, being another decent spot to mine. Alright, wave 18's working out good. Looks like everybody else is getting caught out well in the distance, but we're doing all that we need, and that is honestly good enough. Alright, so let's go ahead and drop that down there. That should do nicely. We'll go ahead and we'll clear out what we can find up here. Alright, let's go ahead and break through all of that. Alright, that does seem to be another area for us to invest in, so we shall. Let's make sure we cut down all of this as we can. And then what else have we got? Come on. Bit of a pickle. Yeah. Alright, well, you know what? We've got another explosive, so let's go ahead and let's throw that down there. That should do a pretty good job. Clear out that block. Clear up this. That should free up everybody else. And then I think that's basically everybody else sorted. Yeah. There's definitely some stuff left around. But again, it's just a bit of a tricky situation, really. Trying to make our way back in time. Oh, and yeah, we have actually got ourselves a little bit behind. Wave 19. We should be fine, though. We'll go ahead and we'll shield, we'll turret, we'll laser. Let's pull up an upgrade screen. Let's go for the amount of damage this laser cannon can do. That'll be nice. In fact, we can more than double its output. Yes, yes, we shall. And that should be good enough. Our mech can go for a health upgrade at some point, but for now we're just going to stick here. These things should not be around for too much longer. Artillery stuff is really the biggest problem, but again, I think we'll stick with this current mine right now. We've got a good choke point where I'm not really concerned about them trying to get through to us. We can quite comfortably deal with these narrow passes. Alright, what have we got? Anything else? Let's get another turret up and running. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, you know what? We're almost cooked. Yeah, I did not realize we got down to 11 health, and this is about to be a boss wave. Yeah, we're definitely going to go ahead. Oh, thank goodness, I thought the game just crashed. We definitely need to go ahead and pick up a heal. That is non-negotiable. We'll go ahead and we'll drop this off quickly now, just so we have everything that we know we can get. Rate of fire, this is for... I think it's the laser cannon. You know what? It's probably far better than using the artillery or the shotgun. Let's just go ahead and focus in on that. Let's also go ahead and take a mech health upgrade since we have the points with us right now. Again, we do not want to get caught out without. We will go ahead and heal because we do have plenty of materials to allow us to do so. But again, we still need to be careful nonetheless. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Can we break down all of this? It's not the best, but it'll have to do. Alright, you know what? This should suffice. Let's go ahead and drop an explosive there. We'll make the path back up over here. We've already committed for that block, so that is what it is. Let's just see what else we can find while we're down here. 13 seconds left, so again, we do need to be on time. Let's see if we can pick up one more of those greens, and that'll have to do. Alright, we have reached our goal. Alright, so 14,000. Ooh dear. No. Repair. Alright, cool. Oops, wrong button. Okay, I'm spamming the repairs, but it's all good. We lived. That's all that matters. What are we doing? Damage. No. Laser cannon. We could go for a boost. That would be very nice. It's doing a... Oh, the rate of fire was the last thing. Okay, so that's very nice. Could go for an extra 3 seconds of shielding. Makes it a little bit easier. Reload time wouldn't be bad, but again, I think that could be better. Turret-wise, reload time to 5 seconds. That feels like overkill, but again, we'll let that be for now. And then maybe we focus on... Maybe we go with the auto machine gun. Yeah, let's boost up some of the basic stuff here, because again, we do have we have a pretty fast-moving enemy right now, and then we could go for damage, and then we could also go for damage, range, or reload. That's an increase of 2/3. This takes it down by just under. Extra 20% range doesn't really help. Let's just go ahead and we'll take this one. It's a pretty good spot to be in. We'll go ahead and we'll laser up. We'll see what we can accomplish. Looks like our laser does give us a nice little heads up as where he's popping up. We did lose a little bit of health there, but we'll let a turret sit there and do its thing. I don't remember if we've been to this place or not, but it is what it is. And you know, we've almost shredded it. Yeah, that was a very dicey beginning there to that boss battle, but we have completed wave number 20. That is fantastic. We'll quickly scuttle up to this one. But yeah, that is our goal achieved. So that is very nice. I'm glad to see that this laser weaponry and whatever else has not let us down. I would have been rather sad if it had of. But either way, we'll continue on and we'll see exactly how far we can survive. But yes, there you have it. You know that this is going to be our final episode. So yeah, thank you for tuning in if you have been here from the beginning. It's been a great time. And yeah, it's been pretty good for the channel as well. I was not expecting this to be as popular as it was when this first started picking up some steam. So if you're new for this series, hi, and glad you're here. Yeah, I'm very happy that you're around, and yeah, enjoy the rest of this run, and hopefully you'll stick around, and I'll see you in the next series. But either way, let's continue. We're not at the end then just yet, so let's just play as if we are, well, as if we're going to be quite successful. Alright, let's get that drone up and running. That should be fine. We've still got 20 seconds, and I think we have... Oh no, that's actually not much of... much. Alright, well, I guess we'll just go ahead and move on to the next mine. No problems with that. I guess maybe there were a couple of little bits and pieces hidden, but that's not my concern. Alright, let's go. Upgrades. What do we want to try? Well, recharge interval, that wouldn't be bad. That cuts it down by half. Huh, okay, I did not notice that. I think because we increase it here, this last one it automatically is a half of whatever it is, so that could be rather nice. 13 and 7, you know what? We're gonna fire like crazy. We'll go ahead and we'll pick up both of these. We may as well have a maxed out main weapon. Let's see, laser cannon. Just short there. Turrets, bombs, drones. Okay, auto machine guns. What have we got here? Extra range. I see no problems with this. And then sniper rifle. Let's go for a damage upgrade. Yeah, we'll bump that up, and then let's also go for reload or more penetration. Let's go for reload. Yeah, it's not like we're really struggling breaking through all of the enemies. So we'll see how this goes. Alright. That rate of fire increase is absurd, but let's go ahead and fire off our laser. We'll see how that plays out. Oh, lots of icy enemies here. Yeah, alright, we'll drop down another turret. I feel like we're fairly safe. We've got a good amount of health. We've still got some shielding, and well, we absolutely blitzed our way through that. That was quite impressive. Alright, well, we'll take that, we'll drop that bomb down there. Let's also go ahead and get more drones. We'll see if we can find anything else of interest, but again, I do doubt at this point. Let's see, we'll take down all of those. Take down all of these. Let's just see what we can do. And then... what do we find? Not too much. Okay, can we break our way across? Yes, we can. Alright, that is important. We'll go ahead and we'll see what we can find here. Let's drop that explosive. Go up and just double check that we've cleaned this top portion of the map. Oh, and there is, of course, more materials that we've missed. How surprising that is, hey? Not really. Not at all. Alright, well, that should do, let's see, another 15, 20 seconds. Break that down. We'll break these down. We'll go ahead and... We've got 5 more seconds. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and get on out of here. Oh, and you know what? We'll drop that there. You know what? I'm actually more than tempted. Let's go for an extra speed boost. We do not want to be away from our defenses longer than necessary. Let's get a turret. Let's get a laser going. Oh boy, some of those enemies are starting to move ridiculously fast. Alright, so, what else do we want to focus in on? Could keep that going for another 3 seconds. Can't do that just yet. Sniper rifle. Let's go... More damage? More shots. I think we go for more damage. Yeah, that'll do. And then... Oh, you know what? We have 5 more points. Let's just go ahead and focus on the reload time there for the auto rocket gun. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Alright, so... Yeah, some of these guys move fast. It looks like some of those electric ones kind of move a little bit quicker. Some of those ice ones are fairly interesting as well. Alright, let's see. Drones, let's clear you over there. Oh, actually, you know what? This might be a little bit of a wasted time. I'm not sure how much... Yeah, I don't really know how much there really is for us to collect here. Alright then, I guess we're going to go ahead and zip on back to our mech and abandon this place. Alright, let's get up and moving. Yeah, this should be fine. Let's go ahead and see what we can see. Again, let's get all of our explosives up and running. We'll drop that down there. We'll pick that up. We'll get these up and running. I think we'll just kind of chill out for a bit and just mine. We'll hold on to the extra relic-y thing just because, well, there's no point in dropping it off at this stage. It's only really going to be for a weapon, either that or some unwanted mining upgrade. So, yeah, I think we'll leave that there for the second. And then what else have we got? We'll drop that bomb down there. That should be fine. Yeah, and then let's make sure that we're up the top for this. Alright, electro rifle, jamming launcher, or napalm. Let's go with the electro rifle. Alright, let's see how we do. Turret up and running. Let's go ahead and let's get that laser. Alright, we still need to pay for some upgrades, don't we? Alright, well, you know what? Let's... Is an extra 3 seconds really worth it for our laser cannon? I don't know if it really is. Let's maybe focus in on our sniper rifle. Let's go for some more damage. And then let's also go ahead and increase the penetration, yeah, the caliber upgrade and the reload speed. That'll be good. Alright. And I think that should be fairly doable. Let's get another turret up and running. Again, just kind of focusing on those long-range radar blips. I'm not really too concerned though. We've got a lot of good range. Oh, actually, you know what? It says we're almost out. Hang on a second. We'll see what that covers. Whether that's... Yeah, there's still all this stuff here for us. Alright, so... I don't know I necessarily trust the indicator saying we are completely done and done. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll put in a thing there. Go ahead and set off that explosive. That should be fairly easy for our drones to clear up. We'll go ahead and we'll take that too, just because we can. And then we'll double check over here. But again, I'm not exactly concerned about whatever we may or may not find here. Yeah, we've emptied that mine completely now, but again, there was still a lot of decent material. Let's see, let's move to the next one. We still have 30 seconds, but again, I'm okay with that. We've almost got another explosive ready for us. We'll get that drone up and running. We'll drop that down there. That should clear up everything nicely. Alright, let's see if there's anything else worth collecting. Let's go break through all of that. Again, we'll just stick fairly close to the top because after all, we are, yeah, we're playing it a little bit fine there with the wave. Alright, let's get that going, let's get that running, and then let's invest in the... you know, yeah, sure, we'll cut off an extra couple of seconds. Shielding is fine, the bombs are fine, let's go ahead and see. Sniper rifle, that's maxed out for now, we don't have the resources. Oh, here we go. Blast force, kaboom. Blast force, bigger kaboom. Electro rifle, let's go with rate of fire, the reload time, and that's all there is. Alright, any more? Ooh, some of these guys are getting close, but they're not getting close enough. That is the main thing. Let's drop another turret down. Let's see. Alright, we've still got really good range though, which is really nice, but at the same time too, I do occasionally get a little bit concerned when the enemies are getting that bit closer, because at this point we're not really letting them get close, so when they do, for whatever given reason, it is more than a little bit unsettling. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll drop you down there. Go ahead and we'll clear up this brick as well. Okay, never mind. I guess that brick has bugged, but that's not my real concern. We'll just see what we can do over here. Alright, looks like we may have a slight problem with some stuff, but again, we will see if we can get access. Okay, and we can. So that means we're not going to get completely locked out for this mine, as it does occasionally happen. If you cannot access all the resources, it just kind of bugs out their pathing, which realistically, that's a problem for most video games, really. A lot of the AI always struggles with such things. Alright, anything else? I think we're pretty much in the clear. Yeah, let's just go ahead and we'll drop that off. Is there any other... Okay, there are a couple more drones doing the last run. Alright, let's move on to a new place. Let's get our stuff ready. Let's go... What do we do? Reload turret? Do that again? 5 seconds? Again, it's not all the be-all and end-all, though extras wouldn't be bad. I think maybe we focus in on, let's see, extra damage, reload speed. Sniper rifles are still pretty good. I think we'll focus in on the sniper rifle. Let's go with more shots per reload, and then with the 8 remaining, splash radius. Actually, no, maybe we just increase the damage here. Yeah, we'll do that as well as the splash radius on that. That should be fine. That's a pretty respectable choice. Make our way down over here as well. Hopefully we can get an explosive up and running just before the next one starts, just so we can get the most bang for our buck. But yeah, that way we're not waiting on the original mining explosive when we start the next wave. Alright, we still have a couple of resources. As I said, we may as well spend it if we've got it. But it looks like we are good. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. Let's get this laser up and running. That'll keep our enemies at bay. Should be able to deal with these guys. We've almost got maximum shields, which is very nice. Yeah, I think one of the best things about this current build is when you've got the sniper rifle and this railgun maxed out so high, you've got so much damage that continues to break through the lines of the enemy. It just makes your life so much better off. It's really hard to... yeah, you can just manage to... You don't have to single focus fire down the enemies. You can just kind of hit whatever's biggest or closest, and you know that you're doing damage to their backline at the same time. It is particularly good. Alright, how are we doing? Alright, that is everybody. Very nicely done. Let's go ahead and we'll drop that bomb there. Let's get the drones up and running. Oh, fantastic. What have we got? Auto shotgun, napalm launcher, or detonation charges. I think we'll go... You know, let's go for the detonation charges. Explosives are normally pretty good. Yeah, although, actually, you know what? If things get close, maybe the shotgun. Yeah, let's just go shotgun. We'll go ahead and we'll get the drones up and running. We'll get them to do their thing. We'll focus down on all of them. We'll also, yeah, break our way through all of these if possible. That should be fine. Yeah, and then let's see about clearing out some of these bricks here. Go ahead and we'll clear out all of that. In fact, you know, it's only a second before we can drop that off there, so we shall just drop that down. Yeah, we'll clear out all of that. Alright, that's all good. Yeah, I think that's about all that we could really ask for. Go ahead and we'll break all of this, just because more green is basically the prerequisite now for any upgrade. There's no real cheaper ways of doing things. And then, what have we got here? We'll drop that off. Yeah, and that's everything. Alright, well, let's head on out and face wave number 26. Alright, well, let's make our way towards this mine. Yeah, let's shield on up. Let's get that laser up and running. Again, no point in taking damage unnecessarily. We'll try and... Oh man, those little things that pop out of the ground and shoot at us are quite rude. Yeah, I do not appreciate their existence all too much. We're all good for now. Yeah, those turrets are still kicking. That's good. We can use our laser again, which is just glorious. Actually, I will say one of my favorite things about the laser is the fact that we can move our mech around and it's on its own little swivel. I don't know. It's just one of those little details that just, I don't know. It makes me happy. It's one of those things. So either way, yeah, let's see what we can do here. We'll break all of this down. Let's drop that as far as we can. Oh, okay. We chose well. That is always a nice realization. We'll go ahead and we'll break up all of that. We'll break up all of this. We'll just quickly clear out this side since we're already here. And then... Oh, we didn't actually break that last one. That's a little disappointing. Alright, well that's fine. We'll go this way and then we'll break through here. We'll make sure that we can clear a path back if at all possible. Probably is possible, given that this game does typically like to give you an extra path, but at the same time too, you can never be too certain. Alright, so we'll drop that there. Again, we'll see what we can come up with. Yeah, we should be fine. Oh, come on. If only we could just get a path to where we wanted it to go, that would be very nice, but I guess it is one of those things that we're kind of stuck on. Alright then, let's find our way back around, because that is a little bit of a maze. Alright, and we move on to the next place. So, what have we got? Oh, you know what? Keep that going for another couple of seconds? Sure. Shield, we could boost up a little bit more, but I think we focus in on damage. Let's go with, that. We'll go with the reload speed, more shots per reload, feed mechanism. Oh, and another damage increase. Alright, that'll do. Alright, turrets, things, lasers, boom. Let's roll all of the things all at once, please and thank you. Alright, we've got some green jellyfish things popping around. I don't believe we've seen those before, so that's, I don't know if it's necessarily a good sign, but it's what we've got. So I guess we've made better progress than ever before. Let's see, wave 27. Can we make it to wave 30? That just might be a thing. Alright, let's get another turret up and running. We definitely need to make sure that that is doing something. Alright. Let's see where we're at. Should be fairly good there. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. Alright, that's not too bad. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, we do actually need to break some of this stuff up if at all possible. Yeah. Oh, that's actually a dead end. That's not particularly useful. Alright, well, you know what? It's only a couple of seconds before our next explosive anyway, so we'll go ahead and we'll clear out what we can. We'll drop that down there. We'll see if this clears more, which it certainly does. Yeah, very glad that we got those drones upgraded when we did. Would have been an absolute pain if we had not. But either way, we'll see what we can do with the rest of the things. We can, yeah, cut through the majority quite comfortably at this point, so that is always good to see. Alright, 20 seconds left. I think that's more or less everything done and done. Yeah, that is... Oh, hang on a second, we're not going to leave you behind. Yeah, that's all. Alright. Off we go. Get all of the things. Again, trying to avoid fire where possible. Alright, upgrades, of course. How do I forget upgrades? That is a little bit weird, but alright, it doesn't matter. Do we boost up the auto shotgun just for a bit, or do we go and see about maxing out that sniper rifle? You know what? More damage is probably not a bad thing. Yeah, we'll pick that up. We'll go with the reload time as well, and then boost up the caliber. Yeah, rate of fire we can increase, and then I think we can focus in on, say, the shotgun. Actually, the shotgun's barely getting used. Let's use the electro rifle instead. We'll boost up the damage there. Alright, alright, we might want to maybe head down to this, oh no, that's the game end one. Let's use this mine right here. That should be fine. Yeah, that'll be alright. Wave 28, let's get that laser slicing and dicing. Let's drop another turret. Alright, and there we go. Alright, one more down. Alright, well that should be good. Clear out all of that. Let's get our drones up and running. We'll break that down just because we can. That should be fine. Extra drones, please and thank you. We will pick up that artifact, of course. I'm thinking this may be a dead end, just knowing my luck. Yeah, okay, I was hoping that we could have maybe cut through, but I guess not. Alright, what have we got here? Shield duration, reload speed for our... rate of fire, or reload for our electro rifle. This is obviously the most expensive one, therefore we shall take that first and foremost. Let's see, what have we got here? More blue, that is what we want. We'll zap all of those. We'll zap all of these. Oh, we'll drop another explosive down there. There we have it. Alright, that'll do nicely. Let's see. Let's cut through what we can. Give our drones a better pathing solution. And then... what else can we do? Not much with the time that we have left. It's a bit of a pity, but oh well. It is what it is. I think we've more or less cleared out the mines, so I'm not really too concerned. Oh, and of course there is another section, but given the nature of the mine, I think we just leave it. It's just way too convoluted for us to get to comfortably. Alright, let's go ahead and fire all of that off. Let's go ahead and... you know what? Let's go for our laser cannon. We'll max that out. Oh no, it already is. Never mind then. Turrets. Reload time? I don't think the turret's really doing that much. Maybe we go... actually, auto machine gun. We could go ahead and boost its range. Yeah, that'd be rather helpful. The final rate of fire, not the be-all and end-all, but the sniper rifle, that's also kind of stuck. Electro rifle, let's go with the reload and then splash. Yep, that'll have to do. Actually, you know what? The shotgun could be particularly good against those little, these tentacle things that pop out of the ground. They're always quite annoying, and a close-range weapon would be rather effective, I would presume. Yeah, alright, maybe that's what we do. Maybe we focus some damage on that next. Alright, but it's wave 29, so I'm guessing the next wave is going to be a boss. That said though, if they're expecting us to be this strong at this point, I am kind of concerned as to what they're going to send to fight us. That does leave me with many questions. Alright, we'll go ahead and shield up just for safety. Again, we want as much shield going into this boss fight as possible. Yeah, it looks like our shorter range weapons are definitely able to kick in, but again, we're not relying on them, which is the main thing. Alright, so that's that. Let's drop this down there. That should be all good. Alright, we'll bust all of those. Break all of these. Alright, that's a bit of a... not quite as beneficial, but it is what it is. As I said though, in some previous episodes, I think one thing that I would really love to see in a future update for this is maybe the capacity for a resource converter. Like every so often between waves, you can actually like maybe convert maybe some of your blues into yellows, or like break your yellows back down into blues, and you know, just do some of that stuff there that really helps with the economy of the game. Again, I don't think it would necessarily be a make or break kind of thing, but I think it could be rather nice to have. You know, it could also mean that you don't get quite as, you know, it incentivizes mining all of the bricks, including the resources that you're not really looking for. Again, not that it's really much of a concern at this point for a run like ours, given that we have so many materials. It's not really the make or break if you do or do not have them. But again, you know, just as a thought, I think it's not the worst idea out there, I think. Alright, well, either way, here we go. 38,000 HP. What are we fighting? Oh my goodness, that is something that I'm not prepared for. Alright, let's go ahead and we're going to decrease the reload time on our shield because I dare say we're going to need it. And then let's go ahead and invest in that shotgun because that thing looks like it's a close quarters fighter. Alright, so we've only got enough for a couple of things. Let's go for shots per reload and multi-shell feeder, more ammo per shot, or do we go for damage? If we got 10 at the moment, doubling the damage would be more beneficial. And then Oh, what do we have back there? Oh, we could go for the electro rifle for the splash damage, but again, single target, not the important thing right now. Alright, let's see how we go against this thing. Shield, laser, all of that, please and thank you. Oh! A laser manta ray, is that what it is? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that one a little bit. Let's go ahead and heal. Let's get that turret up and running. Let's see. Oh my goodness, that's a huge go slow. Let's shield. Wow. Alright, come on, buddy. Let's get out of here. Oh, that's not good. Let's heal on up. Let's get another turret up and running. Wow. Yep, then there's the laser barrage. Let's see if we can dodge some of that. Oh, he's targeting us. We are not getting away from that. We can shield up, thank goodness. Let's go. Ah, man. Can we... Oh, he's locked on. We need much better movement speed, I feel. Let's get that laser turret going. We're out of heals. We've almost got the... We've almost got him down. Shield on up. Let's see what we can tank. Come on, laser buddy. Ah, quick, get to the edge. We're taking damage now. Can we defeat him? Come on. We got him. Oh my goodness, that thing is a beastly boy. Alright, thank you for the upgrade. We will take it. I was not expecting for us to make wave 30, but I'm very much okay with this. We'll go ahead and we'll drop that down there. That should clear things up nicely. Yeah, that took a lot of healing and whatnot there. That was, yeah, that was a very dicey fight. We could have easily lost that. So for a level, considering the level of strength that we're at the moment, yeah, that is... It's a very humbling experience. I do not feel as overpowered as I thought we were. Oh well, at least we now know, hey? Alright, what else have we got? Anything else we really need? Actually, we really need some more healing if we're going to have a good shot of this. We'll go ahead and we'll drop that bomb down there. We'll get that drone up and running. We'll clear a path for them this way. And we'll go back again that way. We'll double check that we didn't miss anything back in towards the top. But again, right now, it's... yeah, this is the important stuff just in case. Alright, come on, what can we do? Alright, we do have a little bit more. But that is the end. Yeah. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get back to our mech. Let's go ahead and... yeah, I'm now seeing that these speed upgrades are definitely a necessity at a certain point. We'll boost up our health by another 75. That will do nicely. And then... Oh, we can actually max it out. And you know what? Since this is going to be our final run, we may as well give ourselves the best chance possible. And then... well, we can't really afford much else. So, let's just go ahead and get ready. We'll get that laser absolutely burning through our enemies. Very, very nice to see. Go ahead and I think we'll hole up over here. Yeah, we can hold up. We can, yeah, let them come to us. We should be able to diminish their numbers quite powerfully with the weapons that we have. Yeah, there we go. Alright, wave 31 done and done. Alright, what have we got? Ooh, another upgrade. That is particularly nice. Let's get that drone up and running. Blast Force, damage radius, multi-shredder. Well, we're going to go for Blast Force because 20 more damage is 20 more damage. Then what else have we got? We'll see what we can find, but I think... yeah, we might need to make our way back towards the center there for a little bit. Yeah, let's see what we can do. Actually, you know what? There's some good stuff there. Let's work our way over here. Yeah, one more second. Let's go ahead and we'll drop that in here. That should be ideal. We'll get that drone up and running. Yeah, there we go. That cleared up a whole heap of that map there right then. That was a good spot for us to put that. Alright, let's see. Actually, you know what? We may as well just go ahead and slice and dice each run as we see it. Yeah, fairly up and out. We got bugged. Oh, that is such a shame. Alright, well, you know what? If we're going out, it is what it is. Can't do much about that. That is such a pain. Oh, that is such a pain. Alright, well, you know what? We'll go ahead and, you know what? Just because we can. We've already got our sniper rifles maxed out. Our assault rifle as much as possible. Yeah, in fact, let's just go ahead and we'll go with this. And I think that's the last of the upgrades we can afford. Yeah, we'll go down, but we'll go down as strongly as we can. So this is a look at our mech as we finally hit the end of the game, as unfortunately our game has bugged. Oh, that is a bit of a pity. I wish that wasn't the case, but it is what it is. Yeah, we did a stellar job there. We got some good RNG, we worked out well. We finally figured out the laser mining technique, which is required, the difference of picking one path or the other, which is very good. But we'll go ahead and I'll quickly go ahead and send a bug report, and yeah, we'll finish off the series together. Alrightio, well, either way, I did my due diligence there and I sent that off to the developers. It's, yeah, it's a bit of a shame that that's how we had to end there, but at the same time too, like, if you have a look at that shielding, that just disappeared within a fraction of a second. All of our auto turrets and things did try and help us out there. We've got our free extra life as well, which we did not need to cash in on, which is very concerning that we've already made it to this far through the wave. Oh no, our health does stop at a certain point, but again, that disappears. And that is all. But either way, that was a very long expedition time, much longer than I was expecting for the episode today. Almost 4,500 enemies defeated, 3 bosses were downed, and an incredible amount of currency, if that's the thing you measure success by. So that is Codename Ocean Keeper. Huge shout out to Retro Style Games. They did a great job with this, and yeah, I'm really keen to see what they do within the future. I enjoyed the storyline, and I'm kind of keen to see what other worlds we might see if they do end up making a sequel or something like that. So if you do want to see more series, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.